welcome to my channel Brilliant Colors. This is Ritu Agarwal and today we are going to make something for the festive season. So as you know, Diwali is around the corner and mostly diyas and lights. Diwali is all about these things, right? So today we are going to make a tea light holder. Very simple, very basic one using our decoupage technology or the technique. So these bases, MDF bases, are from Itsy Bitsy. I am going to make 5 designs, but I'll show only one just to save some time on the cameras. Okay, so like any other base, we'll start with gessoing the surface. This is to seal the surface. So I'm going to put a gesso quickly on the surface and then we'll do the decoupage. So I hope you enjoy, and you can utilize, this is very functional product. You can utilize this in your puja or to decorate your house during the Diwali. So I hope you all are gearing up for Diwali and preparing your houses, buying new stuff. It is too much of excitement, isn't it? So I am using this foam sponge to give a texture in the background. If I use brush, it is plain, and if I use sponge, it is giving some texture. So here we are, just to speed up the process and save us some time on cameras. I have already done gesso on these 5 surfaces, and I have allowed it to dry. Now I am going to use all this stuff to do the next step. So next step is to put the napkin on the surface, that is the decoupage. So I am going to use decoupage glue and I am going to tear these all napkins in the shape of the base using water and brush. And Mod Podge is the basic glue which is required for decoupage. As you all know, some of you might know, some of you might have already done decoupage, so you know the basics. But those of you who do not know, please understand this is a very basic project and very easy. You just need decoupage glue, some napkins, gesso and some paints and varnish. If you want stencil, you can do stenciling. If you don't want, that is an optional step. I am going to use a little stenciling here to give it just a festive look using a golden effect. So I am going to tear the central part also. So depending on design, you can either keep the central part, stick it on the circle in the center or the middle, or you can just tear it off and do a plain color. I am going to show you both of it in one of the 5 pieces which I have. So I am using a brush with little moist brush. It should not have too much of water, otherwise the whole napkin will become wet and it will be difficult. It will get torn off from here and there. You only touch it at places where you want to tear off the napkin. So this is a very easy way to get a desired shape in the napkin without using scissors, and this gives a fuzzy edge on the edges where you are cutting the napkin, so that it blends easily with the base. If you use scissors, probably the sharp edges of the napkin might be visible, so it's always advisable to have a fuzzy edge, and that you can achieve easily by using moist brush on the napkin and then tearing it off. So this is how I am going to glue the napkin. We'll use a transparent plastic sheet to ease out any creases or wrinkles which the napkin might have. Just take any waste cloth or any tissue or napkin and ease out all the wrinkles using the plastic transparent sheet. Once it is done, carefully just lift up the transparent sheet so that you don't chip off the tissue, and that's how you can get a nice base surface. So now I'm going to put Mod Podge on top also. So first one basic layer of Mod Podge and then napkin, then easing out of the wrinkles, and then again one layer of Mod Podge to seal the napkin. So this is also important. So if you want, you can put another layer once this layer is dry. Otherwise you can just do with this one layer of Mod Podge and then use varnish, good varnish, so that the entire surface is sealed. So after it is dried, I am going to take off the excess of napkin by using sandpaper. Just sand it off from the edges and you'll get a nice finish on the edges. And then we'll use some paint to seal off from the sides. So again, in center also I am using the sandpaper to take off the excess, and the rest of the things we will seal it with the colors. So I am going to paint in center so that we seal off the edges of the napkin and we color the middle part. So once it is dry, when you do the sanding, automatically it comes out and it is very easy. You will see any sandpaper you can use. You can get sandpaper in the hardware stores, and you can take any sandpaper which has less gradient, which is a little smoother, not very thick. So these are the 5 designs which I have done. Now I am going to paint it from the side and in the middle using the color. Color you can choose from the napkin itself. You are free to choose any color or any contrast color. It is your design. Basically, whatever you want to design, you can choose color accordingly. So this is mainly teal, but I am not going to use light color because this is edges and the central, which is the highlight probably. So I am going to use a little darker tone, but not exactly dark blue. It should be little matching to the tissue. So that's why I have mixed a little teal blue with the dark blue and got this kind of color. So this is how it is going to be. I am putting on the edges and in the central middle part. So guys, this base is available in 2-3 shapes, triangle shape, square shape, or the circle shape. This is the circle shape with a space to hold tea light in between. Similarly, this same kind you can get in triangle shape or in the square shape also. So I got it from Itsy Bitsy, but I am not promoting any thing as such. So you can take it from anybody or any craft shop if you know of anything. Otherwise, Itsy Bitsy has an online store also, so you can purchase it from there. And you can use decoupage technique in any of the surface. It's not necessary that you have this base only. You can use it to decorate the boxes or the plastic boxes, or recycle any product which you already have, which is like little worn off or something. And you can make n number of projects using this technique, So it is important for you to learn the technique first and then implement it on any of the things which you want to recycle or create. So this is how the base will be sealed, and little distressing on the edge by using the sponge. So I am using the sponge just to create a little distressing on the edge, and this is how I have completed all the 5 pieces which I have shown you earlier. So I am going to put a little stencil because I want to give a little golden touch such that it looks little festive and not so boring. But this is totally optional. If you don't want to use, and if you want to use any other color, that is also fine. But since my napkin is already very printed, so I don't want to mix lot of colors there. But little of gold will just give it a shine and not actually temper with the design which is already there on the tissue. So that's the idea. So it might not be too visible in the cameras, but if you look closely and originally if you see, you will see that it is there, the golden festive look. Yeah, I hope you can see that. So any stencil, any design you can do. I have just chosen golden and little floral design. So I am going to do this on all 5 of it. So while doing stencil, it is important for you to have a thick brush. That is, if you don't have stencil brush, any other brush which is little thicker on the end is fine. And I am taking golden color, so I am wiping it a little bit on the newspaper on side so that I take off the excess from my brush and then I'm using the color on the stencil. So if you take too much of color, or if the color is too wet in the brush, then it is going to impact when you lift up the stencil, it might get submerged or something, Oh wow, it is raining. I hope you can hear the sound of the rains here. It's raining here and the weather is beautiful, and I'm really enjoying painting while the weather is so beautiful and the music in the background. So here we are done mostly all the 5. I have just given a little touch of golden, so that it gives a festive look. That's it. Very light. Probably you can't see in the cameras also, but it is visible. After this, one final coat of varnish just to seal the surface. That's it. So this is a Ecuador varnish. It's in matte effect. You get in glossy effect as well, but I've chosen matte effect, and I've taken out. It comes in a big box. I've just taken out in a small box so that it doesn't dry off, because I have to keep opening it for every project again and again. So that's the reason I have taken a small quantity in a small box. But it is Asian Paints Ecuador varnish. You can get in any hardware store, and it is easily available. So nothing to worry. And one box has enough quantity to do lot of projects, so that's how it is. So I'll just varnish all 5 pieces, and that's all. It is done, ready to be used. So benefit of varnishing is that first of all it seals the project. Second, if a little bit of water or something falls down, or it is to be used for tea light candles, so if the wax falls down or something, you can easily take it off without disturbing the prints. If you don't seal it, then when you're taking it off, the water, if the water falls down, or if you're taking out the wax, you might disturb the print or you might damage the design. So that is why varnishing is very important. That's the last finishing step. So that's all, we are done here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the project. This is the final look, and this is how the candle has to be placed, and you can utilize it any place of your house to decorate your house. Thank you so much for watching. Do not forget to like and subscribe my channel, and keep coming back for more tutorials. Thank you so much. See you. Bye bye.